Hi there, I'm Nicholas Casamia, and I'm here with Lee Daniels. So I read somewhere you said that you think gay people are third-class citizens. You think that's still true?
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. How so?
I think that I think there's a stigma to being gay that we can't shake. We can't. The world can't shake. It's something about two men being together, two women being together. They can more accept, but two men being together. I'm doing this TV show Empire, and you sit in the room with people as you're testing the show, and you are seeing immediate feedback through a sort of a invisible, so that mirror that you can see inside them, but they can't see you. And so and they have this knob where they go with 1 is they hate it, 0 they hate it, 10 they love it. And so they're at a 10 until the two men kiss. Then it's down to a 0. Wow. So at the end, the questionnaire asks, why is it a 0 when two men kiss? And you knew that the 100 people in the room, most of them were 90% of them, 95% of them were heterosexual, didn't want to admit to their homophobia. So they just sort of look on the floor and it was like not admitting to being a racist. Just sort of like, there was this uncomfortable, like, yeah, oh yeah, it's okay. But can you tell me why you're at a 0? Why do you go from 10 to 0? Because it's unaccepted. And I think that it's slowly becoming a thing because we are making it a thing. It is the civil rights of our time right now. And I think that we have to not back down. And so until I not stop, when I stop screaming from the top of my lungs that we're not third-class citizens is when I'm feeling an equal as a gay man.
Now, you were just awarded by the Stonewall Community Foundation. You gave a beautiful speech, which I read, the other day.
Thank you. Didn't read as well as it.
It read well.
Did it? Because I was talking about boyfriend. Did it read as well as it? I don't know whether it was so heartfelt, and I hope that it was a.
Well, you got a Vision Award, right? A Visionary Award. And I love the quote. It was for your confidence, courage, and creativity. Now, was that confidence and courage and creativity always there, or did you have to fight for that?
The confidence came from just being beaten down, harassed, damn near tortured as a kid, from family members, from your father, from friends, not even friends, from bullies, from being bullied, where that you've learned to put up this bravado, this fake sort of machismo just to survive. So I think that the beating down, as an infant through my formative years, sort of created a, this Iron Man sort of thing, like that was able to get the impossible done in my work.
Did you know early on you were gay? Did you know from a young age, or was it something you gradually came to be aware of?
I knew. My grandmother knew. Wow. My grandmother knew. My grandmother knew when I was. I write a scene in the film in my TV show that the mother says to her son that my grandmother said to me when I was 3, and she was in her house and she said, "Come here," and I go. She says, "You're different. You know that, don't you? But it's okay because I got you."
Wow.
And I don't know. I'm not even aware. Who's thinking about sex? 5 or 6, I was already humping. So
you were humping what?
Humping anything that moved. Girls, boys, anything. But yeah.
Did you have girlfriends?
I did have girlfriends.
Really?
Many girlfriends.
Did you consummate those relationships?
What does that mean, consummate?
Did you have sex with them?
Of course.
Really?
Of course. How would I know when I'm gay if I didn't sleep with a girl to make sure that I wasn't gay? Many women I slept with.
Was this also to prove to your father that you were straight?
I think in the beginning it was just because it was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, that's great.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think that. But I think that as I evolved, I understood that wasn't for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it was to prove that I was straight.
Yeah. Did your mother always accept you?
In the beginning, yes, she always accepted me, not knowing what exactly it was, but that it was different. And then when I told her finally, it was so important. It was a revelation. I was so excited about it. I was in my late teens, early 20s, and it was just unheard of. And she just is like, whatever makes you happy.
Wow.
And it was like, but it wasn't as enthused as I'm making it.
Oh.
And then I started dating a white boy, and she was like, I don't get it. I would, if you're gonna, I can take the gay. Can you at least date a black boy? Jeez. And you want to know where these movies come from?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting you bring up movies, because I remember like 25 years ago, there was a film adaptation of 6 Degrees of Separation, and Will Smith was in that. And Denzel Washington, because Will Smith plays a gay character in that, if you remember, Denzel said, do not kiss another man on screen. Do you think that's still the same today?
Well, Denzel and I are very good friends, like intimate friends. And I wanted to do a remake with him and Will Smith, who I'm also friendly with, of Some Like It Hot with Beyonce. And I said, this would be a sensation. And Denzel was like, no. Now keep in mind, his agent's gay, was gay, his publicist, he's surrounded, but he just has this thing. So I think he comes from a school of that, and I think that, and that's okay. That's okay because he is one of my best friends. He's a very dear friend. But he just is his idea of what it is. And so live in your space, buddy.
Interesting though, isn't it? Because that was 25 years ago and it still applies today for him.
I don't think it, I think that he is certainly far more accepting of that because we certainly, he's far more accepting and he's a great human being. But I think that it's okay. It's not homophobia. It's just like what I choose to do. What I choose to do. Do you know what I mean?
I totally understand. Yeah. But he's a great actor, so this is why, he's tremendous.
Yeah. But I don't agree with it at all. I think that what Michael Douglas did was simply a tour de force. I think what Matt Damon did was simply brave, brave, brave. But I think as white guys, you can go around doing that. You know what I mean? But I think that you lose a lot of your street cred because homophobia is so rampant in the African American and Puerto Rican and Hispanic community. It's just like it's utterly taboo, which again is something that I address with my new television show.
And again, 2 black men kissing is worse than 2 white men kissing, don't you think? I think it throws people even more.
That was the whole thing. My dad told me, I'll never forget it. He was like, you have, you really, really, really want to be gay. You really want to be gay. Do you realize how hard it is to wake up as a black man and you want to be gay too? Like, what, do you want to just pull a bullet to your head? Yeah.
Do you have a gay film in you? Like, we talked about this a little bit before, that Matthew McConaughey, who was in The Paperboy, wanted you to sort of do Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. He wanted me to direct it. But I felt that I had I want to do my own gay sort of experience, and I'm still trying to figure what that thing is out. I was thinking Stonewall, then I found out somebody was doing Stonewall, and then Bayard Rustin, who was really this, but I felt like I already did a civil rights movement. But you know who Bayard Rustin is, right? No. Bayard Rustin was the black man that was really the one behind King, who introduced him to nonviolent, and he was gay, and Hoover found an incriminating picture of him and King. Not that King was gay at all, but that it was incriminating, and it was really scandalous. But he was a quiet, unsung hero during the civil rights movement that was gay, that many of us don't know about. So, do I have a gay movie? Yes, I got a gay movie. Maybe a movie about my life. I'm not quite sure.
Do you think
as a musical though?
Oh,
because we're not hitting people over the head that hey, I'm telling a gay story. But no, it's a story and it happens to be a musical, and our lead happens to be homosexual.
It's interesting because I was just like Laverne Cox right now is on the cover of Time. You seem kind of proud and very happy to see this. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
I didn't say I was proud or happy to see this.
Okay, because you see. You see?
But I am proud. I see. I guess I'm.
You had a
you're
grid.
good. You're good. No, because you're good at reading.
Wow.
You guys. Yeah, I am. I'm thrilled. I think that. Wow. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's like, guess what? No, honey. We're here. We are here.
Would you cast her in a
We're
film?
here.
If the right role.
If the right role were there, yeah.
Diplomatic was that.
No, it's diplomatic. I think she's great on the show. Yeah, I think she's great. I would cast her.
Okay,
In the right thing.
In the right thing. Now we have to wrap because you have to go and do a talk downstairs. But I'm going to ask you, say a couple of quick names, and the first thing that comes to mind because you've worked with everyone.
Uh-oh.
No, this is good.
Okay.
Oh, who do you hate? Oh, tell me now.
No one.
Okay.
Well, some.
Okay. Really?
No, I'm just playing.
Pedro Almodovar.
My hero.
Tyler Perry.
I'm proud of his achievements.
Mariah Carey.
My best friend.
Nicole Kidman.
My other best friend. And a genius actor who I can't wait to work with over and over and over again.
Terrence Howard.
My brother.
Oprah.
My sister.
Helen Mirren.
My guide. My spiritual guide.
Gus Van Sant.
One word?
Anything.
My earliest, he did a movie called Malanocha, which was a short film, and he came up to my house and showed it, and we had crabs, and this is back in the, I don't know, what is it, 80s? Yeah, 80s in my little apartment in Silver Lake. We busted crabs, we drank beer, we watched Malanocha, and it was, and now I love him. I love him. He's a leader, Gus Van Sant.
Lenny Kravitz.
Probably the closest person in my life. Besides my boyfriend and my kids.
Heath Ledger.
One of my very good friends, and one of my very, very, no comment.
Okay. James Baldwin.
Hero.
Yeah, totally.
Hero.
I can't imagine as a young man reading his stuff.
Are you kidding? Yeah, James Baldwin is it. James Baldwin is everything. And James Baldwin, someone said, oh, you're so much like James Baldwin. I was like, what are you talking about, James Baldwin? James Baldwin is like a maverick. He's everything. He's at the forefront. So that was the biggest compliment that anybody gave me.
And Mariah Carey.
I told you Mariah Carey.
Again.
Mariah Carey.
You had a picture of her on Instagram when her album came out. You're promoting her. Come on. You could do better.
Mariah Carey is, people think she's a diva. And, and she is that. But she's also, seriously, and I know many, 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 many superstars that I'm not intimate with, but I know. And no one is more giving, and no one is more kind, and no one is more generous, and no one has more heart, beating heart, that would throw herself literally in front of a bus for you in Chanel, but would throw herself in front of a bus for you than Mariah Carey.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love your films.
Thank
I
you.
really look forward to Empire. I think it's going to be a riot.
Woohoo.
Come on, a dynasty for this era?
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.